Students, welcome back to your English B Honeysuckle Chapter 2. So far we have covered half the story. We have learnt how the dog has decided to find the strongest animal to serve so that he himself is protected. We have also discussed some of the difficult words and phrases. In today's video, you are going to see the remaining part of the story explained with word meaning, simplification of large sentences with the help of short questions and answers, and the summary of the whole paragraph. So, let's begin. We know that the bear and the dog were in search of a herd of cows so that they could fill their stomach. We'll go to the next paragraph to see what follows. They walked on and soon saw a herd of cows. But just as they were about to come up to it, they were stopped by a terrible noise. The cows were mooing loudly and running in panic in all directions. Now, the word meanings. In all directions, every way, all over the place. Walked on, continued walking. Terrible, horrible, fearful. Mooing, sound that cows make. Now, the short questions with answers. What happened as they were about to eat the cow? There was a terrible noise. How did the cows behave when they heard the noise? The cows were mooing loudly and running in panic in all directions. The summary of the paragraph. The bear with the dog could find a group of cows, but when they were about to approach them, they heard a terrible noise that sent the frightened cows in all directions. We'll go to the next paragraph. The bear looked out from behind a tree, and then he too ran hastily deeper into the forest. Now, why did I have to come here? Said he to the dog. It is the lion who rules the forest in these parts. The lion? Who is he? Don't you know? He is the strongest beast on earth. Well, then I'll say goodbye to you, bear. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. The word meanings. Hastily, quickly. Best animal. Stronger than anyone. Strongest. Now, the short questions with answers. The cows were running in fear. Why did the bear run hastily? He was also frightened. Why did he run deeper into the forest? He ran deeper into the forest to hide himself. Why did the bear say he had to run deeper into the forest? He said that he had to run deeper into the forest to escape being noticed by the lion, who was the king of that part of the forest. What did the dog discover about the bear? He discovered that the bear was not the strongest animal on earth. What did the dog decide when he came to know that his master, the bear, was not the strongest beast on earth? He decided to say goodbye to the bear. Now, the summary of the paragraph. On reaching the deeper part of the forest, the bear told the dog that the part of the forest where they heard the terrible noise was the lion's area. He was the strongest animal on this earth. The dog was surprised to know this. He immediately left the bear to serve the strongest master. What did the dog do next? Well, we'll know the reason. So let's move to the next paragraph. And off the dog went to ask the lion to be his master. The lion agreed to it. And the dog stayed with him and served him for a long time. It was a good life, and he had nothing to complain of. For there was no stronger beast in the forest than the lion, and no one dared touch the dog or offend him in any way. Now the word meanings. Stayed, lived. Complain, show displeasure. Dare, was bold enough. Was daring. Offend, annoy. Now some short questions with answers. The dog left the bear to serve the lion. What did he ask the lion? He asked the lion if he would be his master. Next question. How did the lion react to his request? The lion accepted the dog as his servant and allowed him to live with him. How long did the dog serve his new master, the lion? He served him for a pretty long time. Now, summary of the paragraph. The dog came to the lion. He requested him to be his master. The lion accepted him as his servant. He started living with the lion to give his service to him, the lion, his new master. He served him for a long time. He enjoyed his life. He had nothing to fear and complain of. his master with the strongest of all. So no one was bold enough to annoy him. Next paragraph. But one day, the two of them were walking side by side along a path that ran amid bare cliffs, when all of a sudden the lion stopped. He gave a great roar and struck the ground angrily with his paw with such force that a hole formed there. Then he began to back away very quietly. "What is it, master? Is anything wrong?" asked the dog, surprised. "I smell a man coming this way," the lion said. "We'd better run for it or we will be in trouble." "Oh, well, then I'll say goodbye to you, lion. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth." Now, word meanings. Amid, surrounded by, in the middle of, bare, uncovered, open, cliffs, rock surfaces, roar, call of a lion, or terrible noise, struck, hit, quietly, silently, trouble, problem, difficulty. So now short questions with answers. While strolling together amid steep rocks, the lion stopped suddenly. Why? The lion smelt a man coming that way. What did the lion do then? He let out a loud roar in anger and struck the ground with his paw. How strong was the force with which the lion struck the earth? It was so strong that a hole formed on the ground. The dog saw the lion walking back very quietly. How did he feel then? He was taken aback to see his master scared of someone. What was the next thing that the dog did? He left the lion to serve man, as he proved to be the strongest creature on earth. Now, the summary of the paragraph. When the two were strolling together amidst high steep rocks, the lion stopped and gave a loud roar. He struck the ground with his paw so forcefully that a hole formed in the ground. Then he began moving backward. It was a surprise to the dog. He asked his master what was wrong and came to know that they must run away to save themselves from the man. When he heard the master say this, he left, as he wanted to serve the strongest creature on the earth. The next paragraph and the last one. And off the dog went to join the man, and stayed with him and served him faithfully. This happened long, long ago. But to this day, the dog is man's most loyal servant and knows no other master. What meanings? Faithfully, with sincerity, loyal, obedient, trustful. Short questions. Now that the man was proved to be the strongest, how did the dog serve him? He served him faithfully. It happened long ago, but the dog is still serving man. He is not changing his master anymore. Why? The answer is merged with the summary. He is still serving faithfully because he has not yet found any stronger creature than him. The dog went to serve the man as his master. He started living with him and became his faithful companion. This is an incident that took place long, long ago. But till now, that dog remains his loyal servant. So, this is a story of how the dog came to be the most loyal servant of man. Do you think this actually happened? I will leave you with this question for today. See you in the next class.